Good afternoon again, everybody, and welcome back to the Statesman Athletic Complex. We're here for Game 2 of today's doubleheader between John A. Logan and Lincoln Trail. In the opener, the Lady Statesmen were victorious over the Lady Vols, and now we're ready for game number 2. The men's teams square off. Lincoln Trail coming in with a record of 16-9, 9-7 in the conference. John A. Logan, however, at 22-5, 15-0 in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference. They're ranked number 13 in the nation. It's a true Rocky moment for the Statesmen this afternoon. Pep band on hand, the alumni pep band on hand. Big crowd on hand for sophomore day as well. We're going to meet the starting lineups in just a second. And here are the starting lineups for the Volunteers of John A. Logan College. Number 0, a 6'7" sophomore from Owensboro, Kentucky, Trace Young. Number 1, Jay Scrub, a 6'6" sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, quite possibly the best player in the conference and the region. Also starting for John A. Logan, number 5, Eric Boone, a 6'2" sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. Number 10, Jalen Johnson, a 6'1" sophomore from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. And finally, number 33, a 7'2" center, a freshman from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, Jamarian Sharp. And now let's get ready to meet the starting lineups for the Lincoln Trail College Statesmen. All sophomores today on sophomore day here at the Trail. A little video going on, the official pregame video being shown as we get ready to meet those starting lineups. And here we go with the starting lineups. Number 0, a 6'4" redshirt freshman from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Xavier Roberson. Number 1, a 6'4" sophomore from Hopkins Park, Illinois, Lamar Lillard. Number 5, a 6'4" sophomore from Michigan City, Indiana, Dante Combs. Number 10, a 6'8" sophomore from the Czech Republic, Tad Kapek. And finally, number 21, a 6'4" redshirt freshman from Oakland City, Indiana, number 21, Lathan Falls. All second-year players in the starting lineup for the Lincoln Trail Statesmen. Statesmen are coached by Luke Stuckey, assisted by Spencer Cook and Jonathan Finkel, and student assistant Colton Adams joining me in the booth today, running all the computer software. Appreciate Colton being up here running the show for us today. Teams are ready for the opening jump ball. Tad Kapek. Man, Tad looks a little bit small next to Jamarian Sharp at 7'2". Sharp gets the opening tip, and Logan has the basketball. John A. Logan, first in the conference, sitting at second in the district, though virtually tied with Vincennes for the district lead. Should be a great regional tournament over the next couple of weeks. Lathan Falls puts up the 3 to open the game. It's good. And the Statesmen are out to a 3-0 advantage over the 13th ranked team in the country. Rebound basket up and good by Eric Boone. Statesmen still lead it by a single point as Dante Combs brings the ball across the 10-second line. With all the second-year guys starting, Lathan Falls. 3 again by Falls. Lathan Falls starts the game out with a pair of threes. And the Statesmen lead it 6-2. As we said, with all the sophomores starting out today, the lineup looks just a little bit different. Long three up by Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson brings his team back to within a single digit, 6-5. Dante Combs, Lamar Lillard now as Tad Capek goes to the floor. No call. Lillard fakes to the left, goes right, tries to get it to Capek. Ball bounces out of bounds. It will be Statesman basketball. No kick called, 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Xavier Roberson to trigger the inbound for Lincoln Trail. Tad Capek with the basketball. Gets it over to Combs. Dante for three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jay Scrub. Scrub brings the ball down the floor. He gets it over to Johnson. Johnson for three again. Got it off the board that time. It went in. Timeout called by Lincoln Trail. Coach Luke Stuckey wants to talk about that three-point defense. 8-6. Logan leads it 18-17 in the first half. We'll be back after these messages. Athletic Complex, 18-17 to go in the first half. Statesmen trail it by a pair, 8-6. Lathan Falls has hit a pair of three-pointers for the Statesmen to open up their scoring this afternoon. Statesmen playing against the number 13 ranked team in the country this afternoon, the Volunteers of John A. Logan. First personal foul of the ball game called on number 5, Eric Boone. Boone called for the personal, his first team first this afternoon. Tad Capek with the basketball now. Capek guarded by Sharp. Tad drug the foot, traveled on the play. Turnover gives the basketball back to the Volunteers. Ball inbounded to Boone. Eric Boone with it. Brings it across the 10-second line. Guarded by Dante Combs. Goes around the Sharp pick. Now comes down into Capek. Puts up the jumper. It's off the glass and good. Eric Boone for two more. 10-6 now. The Logan lead is 4. Tad Capek with the basketball. Tad down under Lamar Lillard. Lillard puts it up over Boone. Short. No good. Rebound on the floor. Lillard gets his own. Now has it, loses the handle, has it picked up by Sharp, and it's in the hands of Jalen Johnson. Boone from the corner for three, it's good. Eric Boone with another three, and the Volunteer lead goes out to 7 at 13-6. The Logan crowd wants defense as Lamar Lillard drives down the baseline. In the corner, Lathan Falls for three again. Lathan Falls 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 13-9. Statesmen trail it by just 4. 16:42 to go in the half. In the corner, three up by Young is good. Trace Young answers the Lathan Falls three, and it's back to a 7-point advantage for Logan. 16-9, they lead it with 16:26 to go in the half. Dante Combs, cut off, gets it to Xavier Roberson. Roberson gets it back out to Falls. I believe Lathan could shoot it from out there, and it'd be good this afternoon. He's on fire, Lathan Falls, good again! Lathan Falls single-handedly keeping the Statesmen in the ball game. All 12 points scored by Falls, with 4 3-point buckets this afternoon. Ball kicked over to Scrub. Scrub for three, it's good. Foul called on Scrub. Kind of a silly, ticky foul on Jay Scrub that time. I'm not sure what he was thinking. Dante Combs was by him. He kind of reached out his arms and almost grabbed him. Eric Monkhouse, number 23. The freshman from Greenwood, Indiana, into the Statesman lineup. Another sharpshooting three-pointer. Xavier Roberson takes a breather. And the Statesmen have the ball go out of bounds off Logan. And Lathan Falls triggers the inbound. Tad Kapek up, blocked away by Sharp. Just barely got to it before he got to the backboard, but Jamarian Sharp, and underneath Sharp for the dunk. Sharp at 7-2, a real matchup problem for the Statesmen this afternoon. 7-2 and arms that go way down. He's long, he's lean, and he can play. Dante Combs gets it over to Lamar Lillard. Lillard for three, it's good. 5 3-pointers on the afternoon so far for the Statesmen. It's 21-15, Logan by 6. Statesmen hanging in there. Shot up, no good by Jordan Cousin, a 6'7" sophomore from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Eric Monkhouse gets it over to Lamar Lillard. Lillard for three, it's good again. Lamar Lillard for three, 21-18. Statesmen trail by just 3, and Logan wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 21-18 Logan, 14:40 to go. First half of play. We're back at the Statesman Athletic Complex. Statesmen trail it by just 3, 21-18. 6 3-point baskets to start the day for the Statesmen. Logan with the basketball trying to extend that 3-point lead. Blocking foul called on Eric Monkhouse. Nice defense, though, put up by Monkhouse. He prevented the drive by Boone. First personal foul on Eric. That's the first team foul on the Statesmen as well. The Statesmen bench into it along with the crowd. Lob back to Trace Young. He gets it down underneath. Sidney Curry fresh into the lineup for the John A. Logan. Got the basketball, hounded on defense, ended up traveling. Curry got frustrated, a 6'8" freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Ended up turning the ball over. 21-18. Statesmen have an opportunity to tie this one up. Tad Kapek all alone underneath, missed the layup. Kicks it back out. Falls for three. It's good! Lathan Falls, his 5th 3-pointer of the contest. Young way back behind the arc for three, no good. Falls picks off the rebound, gets it down to Dante Combs. Tie score, 21-21. Combs throws the ball into the backcourt, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be Logan basketball. Timeout on the floor. Looks like the media timeout. We'll take a moment to honor one of our affiliate stations when we come back. Right now, 21-21, tie score, 13:43 to go.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Crampton Painting and Drywall proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College.
Over the years, farming has changed with newer tools and technology. But one thing remains the same. The Knolenberg family and KK Grain Farms have been around for 5 generations to serve the community. The Knolenbergs and K&K Grain Farms are proud to support the Lincoln Trail Statesmen and the community of Oblong. Good luck, Statesmen, this basketball season from your friends at K&K Grain Farms in Oblong.
Back in the Statesman Athletic Complex, coming out of the media timeout, we want to honor our affiliate station, WROC, Rochester, New York. PJ Parr does the play-by-play broadcasts up there in Rochester. Welcome, WROC, Rochester, New York. Shot up by Logan, no good. Dante Combs pulls down the board for the Statesmen. Lamar Lillard with the basketball now. Lillard guarded by Young. Over to Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse drives into the lane, turns, trapped. Ball taken away by Trace Young. It's in the hands of Logan. Jalen Johnson with the basketball across the midcourt line. Mark Lancaster into the lineup, gets it over to Boone. Boone puts it up for a long two. It's good. 23-21. Logan goes back up by a pair. Monkhouse with the basketball now. Statesman still with an opportunity to take the lead this afternoon. They had the lead at 3-0. Once again, it's 6-3. Dante Combs drives, gets it off to Lamar Lillard. Lillard over to Monkhouse. Monkhouse corner to Combs. Combs for three. Good again. 8 3-point baskets on the afternoon so far for the Statesmen. 24-23. Lincoln Trail by a single digit. 12:25 to go here in the first half of play. Johnson drives, puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Young. Young against Falls, puts it up, no good. Curry up and in. Sidney Curry rebound basket for John A. Logan, and you can see why they're the number 13 ranked team in the country. Excellent basketball really at both ends of the floor as Monkhouse almost has the ball stripped away by Young. Gets it over to Lillard. Lamar grabbed a couple of times, no call. Lamar almost lost his shirt and his shorts trying to go through the lane that time. Layup up and good. No call, though, as clothing was being torn from him. 27-24, Logan back out to a three-point lead. Eric Monkhouse tries to fend off Boone. Miko Bond into the Statesman lineup now. As Dante Combs drives in. Gets the bucket, would have been goaltending anyway with a slap of the backboard by Logan. Miko Bond, a 6'7" sophomore from Gary, Indiana, for the first time. Bad pass out of bounds off the hands of Boone, and it'll be Statesman basketball. Into the Statesman lineup, a couple of freshmen now. Number 15, J.J. Reed, 6'6" freshman from Paducah, Kentucky. And number 2, Ahmad Price, a 6'3" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, onto the floor for the Statesmen. Lathan Falls takes a breather. I'm not sure we can afford to take him out of the game right now. 5 3-pointers so far for the redshirt freshman from Oakland, Indiana. Check that, Oakland City, Indiana. We want to be sure we get that one right. J.J. Reed with the basketball, pulls up, takes a shot, no good. Miko Bond with the board, up and off the glass and in. Miko Bond puts the Trail back in front by 1, 28-27. Jay Scrubb with the basketball now. Scrubb guarded by Combs. Scrubb, who will certainly be an All-American this year, puts up a three, no good. High for the rebound, number 12, Justin Sidoris, a sophomore from Marion, Illinois. Scrubb drives the base through the lane, puts it up, no good. Charging foul, Miko Bond, ninja suit on, draws another charge. Like to see what the record is for drawn charges for the Statesmen on a season. Miko's got to be close, and he's had several taken away by officials who I don't think knew the difference between a block and a charge. This one did, at least so far, and it's Statesman basketball. They lead it 28-27, 10:15 to go in the half. Ahmad Price gets it off to Miko. Miko, top of the circle. Underneath, Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse spins, kicks it back out to Reed. JJ In the corner, Lamar Lillard off, no good. Curry with the board for Logan. Volunteers with the basketball. Boone has it, cuts down the lane, runs into traffic, pulls it back out. He's down to 20 on the shot clock now. Hands it off to Sidoris. Sidoris underneath. Shot up, no good by Johnson that time. Statesman come away with the board. 9:30 to go. Eric Monkhouse gets it to Ahmad Price. Price with the basketball, guarded by Sidoris around the Miko Bond pick. J.J. Reed kicks it across to Lillard. Lamar, reach in by Johnson. No call. Are you kidding? Johnson took a pound of flesh off the Statesman player. No call by the official. Letting them get away with a lot right now. Ahmad Price with the basketball. Now we've finally got a foul called. Looks like it's on number 23, Sidney Curry. That's his first personal foul. And the fourth team foul called on Logan. Miko Bond comes out of the lineup in favor of Tad Kapek. J.J. Reed inbounds to Dante Combs. Dante into the lane. Gives it to Lamar Lillard. Lillard pulls up for three. Off the rim, no good. Trace Young with a rebound for Logan, and the Vols bring it down the floor. Young runs into J.J. Reed. Looks like the foul is going to be called on J.J. And it is. Personal foul called. A little bit of a block, a little contact by J.J. Nothing compared to what happened at the other end of the floor, though. A mugging and a theft down here. Shot up, no good by Young. Kapek with a rebound. Now Dante Combs brings it down the far side. Price with the basketball, guarded by Sidoris around the Kapek pick. Gets it to Tad. Tad saw Sharp in the lane, said 7-2. I don't think I'm going to get it over those arms. Pulled it back out. Ahmad Price, 10, 9, 8 to go on the shot clock now. Ahmad drives, pulls up, puts it up. It's off, no good. Sharp battles for the rebound. He's fouled by Kapek. That'll be the first personal foul called on Tad. Third team foul of the half on the Statesman. 8:18 to go. Logan leads it 29-28. Boone with the basketball, guarded by Price. Gets it over to Sharp. Sharp to Sidoris in the corner. Chase Young for three. It's off, no good. Could have been a foul called on J.J. Reed after the shot, too. Fortunately for the Statesman, no foul called. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Statesman basketball. Ahmad Price has the ball as we come down to the 8-minute mark with the Statesman trailing by a single point. Opportunity to break out on top again for Lincoln Trail. Price around the Kapek screen. Gets the ball to Combs. Dante, the runner, up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Logan. The Vols bring it down the floor. Boone pulls it back out. Eric Boone, the sophomore from Lexington, pulls up and misses the three. Young with the rebound, gets it to Sharp. Sharp back to Sidoris. Boone with the basketball. Boone shuffled the feet as he started to go toward the hoop. And the turnover gives the ball back to the Statesman. Lathan Falls returns to the Statesman lineup. He replaces J.J. Reed. Ahmad Price with the basketball now. Statesmen still trail it by one, 29-28, 7:15 to go in the half. Lathan Falls with the basketball. He's guarded by Jordan Cousin, 6'7" freshman from Bowling Green. Falls, long three for Lathan is off, no good. First miss of the day for Lathan Falls, but that one was well beyond the arc. Boone with the basketball, pulls up for the jumper, no good. Ball battled for underneath. It'll be Lincoln Trail basketball. Timeout on the floor, 6:52 to go in the half. Statesmen trail it by one, 29-28. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. The Hershey Company proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. A degree from Lincoln Trail College could help you find a job in today's competitive job market. The welding program at Lincoln Trail College will help you develop the skills you need for a career in the welding industry. We combine classroom instruction with hands-on training to prepare you for your future. Apply for free today at golincolntrail.com and let the trail be your path to success.
29-28 the score, 6:52 to go here in half number one. Game two of the doubleheader here at the Statesman Athletic Complex. Statesmen trail it by one, but it's Lincoln Trail basketball down at the far end of the floor. Ahmad Price gets the inbound from Lathan Falls, and here come the Statesmen with an opportunity to take the lead once again this afternoon against the number 13 ranked team in the country. Tad Kapek hands it off to Price. Ahmad gets it back. Now in the corner, Lathan Falls pulls it back, spins on the dribble. Nice pass, Dante Combs. Layup no good. Statesmen unable to pull ahead that time down the floor. Young over to Sharp. Back in the corner, it's good by Jordan Cousin. Three-point basket by Cousin. Puts the Vols up by 4, 32-28. Coming down to the 6-minute mark in half number one. This one's flown by. It's been a great game, an exciting game this afternoon. Lamar Lillard kicks it into the corner. Dante Combs drives the baseline. Back to Lamar. Lamar to Ahmad Price. 8 to go on the shot clock now. Statesmen are going to have to hurry up and pull something off. Price, corner, Lathan Falls, fakes the shot, puts it up, no good. It hit the rim, and they call shot clock violation. Unbelievable once again. What are these guys looking at? The ball hit the back of the rim. Ball clearly hit the back of the rim and kicked off. And they called a shot clock violation. Coach Luke Stuckey beside himself. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, blow the call. And Logan gets the basketball, 32-28, 5:39 to go in the half. Young gets the ball to Sharp. Sharp to Boone. Now to Young. Young drives on Lillard. Tucks it in. Offensive foul called on Trace Young. Put the shoulder down, went for the first down. I don't think he got it, though. And the ball gets over on downs to the Statesmen. 32-28. Statesmen still trail it by 4. We've got 5:30 to go in what's been an exceptionally exciting first half of play. Lathan Falls sets the pick for Price. He goes down and out of bounds, and the turnover gives the ball back to Logan. Ahmad Price tried to get the drive, lost his feet, tumbled out of bounds as Eric Monkhouse gets ready to come back in for the Statesmen. Johnson with the basketball now, pulls it back out. Cousin takes the three, wide open, hits it. 3-point bucket. Jordan Cousin. And that extends the Logan lead to 7, 35-28. Price has the ball kicked. Lamar Lillard for 3, no good. And Cousin with a rebound for Logan. Logan starting to assert themselves just a little bit now. Something you'd expect from a team that's 15-0 in a very tough conference. Sharp, the 7-2 player from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, missed the rebound basket that time. Lillard drives right into Sharp, gives it to Kapek. Kapek for 2. Tad Kapek on the pass from Lamar Lillard. And the Statesmen trail it by 5, 35-30. Timeout on the floor, 4:17 to go in the half. We'll be right back. Back at the Statesman Athletic Complex, the dulcet tones of the Statesman Alumni Pep Band ringing throughout the gym today. Glad to have them on hand. We've enjoyed their play during the breaks and during the timeouts. Statesmen trail it by 5, 35-30, coming down to the 4-minute mark of half number 1. Ball down underneath to Curry. He drives on Miko Bond. Foul called on Miko. That's the first personal foul on Miko, 4th team foul on the Statesmen. At the line for Logan, number 23, Sidney Curry, 6'8" freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Misses the first off the back of the rim. He'll get an opportunity to redeem himself. Second free throw up and in. 36-30 now. Statesmen trail it by a half dozen. Eric Monkhouse back into the Statesman lineup. Brings it across the 10-second line. Gets it over to Miko Bond. Miko guarded by Curry out top. Looking for help. Gets it to Monkhouse. Eric drives down the lane. In the corner, Lathan Falls flips it back out to Lillard. Lamar for 3, off no good. Miko Bond, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Boone. Boone faked the handoff to Cousin, keeps it. Boone guarded by Lathan Falls on the near side. Now takes it back out to the top. Boone pops back out, shoots the 3, no good. Merrick Monkhouse strong for the rebound for the Statesmen. All the way down, Lamar Lillard. Lillard brings it into the lane, puts it up, no good. Fouled on the play. Let's see who it's on. Foul called on number 5, Eric Boone. That's the second personal on Boone. 6th team foul on John A. Logan. We'll see if Boone stays in the contest. The 3:08 remaining of the first half of play. Lamar Lillard to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. First is up and good. J.J. Reed returns to the Statesman lineup. He replaces Lathan Falls. Also back onto the floor for Logan, Mark Lancaster, number 4, 6-foot sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. And number 12, Justin Sidoris, the sophomore from Marion. Second free throw up and good by Lamar Lillard. Ahmad Price also back onto the floor for the Statesmen. Dante Combs takes a breather. Ball in the corner. Cousin tried to drive on J.J. Reed, trying again. Reed cuts him off. Ball in the corner. Shot up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Lamar Lillard. Lancaster with the miss on the 3 for Logan. J.J. Reed drives the lane. Ball swatted away by Curry, and we're going to have goaltending called. Give Lamar Lillard the basket. Sidney Curry tried to make a dramatic statement, instead gave a bucket to the Statesman. Sidoris with the basketball for the Vols. Gets it off to Lancaster, down to Curry. Curry. Now Cousin with the ball, pulls up for 2, no good. Curry with the rebound, goes up through Miko Bond and puts it in for 2. Sidney Curry, a one-man demo crew underneath. Grab the rebound, put it up and in. And he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. 38-34, misses the free throw, clanks it off the front of the rim, and it's Statesman basketball. Statesman trail it by just 4, coming down to the 2-minute mark of half number 1. Monkhouse with the basketball, pulls back into the corner, shoots it off, no good. Curry with a rebound for Logan. He gets it off to Young. Trace Young with the basketball now. Has it back in the corner, guarded by Lamar Lillard. Intercepted by Monkhouse. Monkhouse gets it to Reed. JJ wisely didn't have numbers, pulls it back out. Now double teamed in the corner. Statesman call timeout. Will take a timeout as well. 38-34. Vols lead it by 4. 1:50 to go in the half. We'll be back in just a minute. $1:50 to go in half number 1. 38-34. John A. Logan leads the Statesmen of Lincoln Trail by just 4. Statesmen have played excellent basketball so far this afternoon. Eric Monkhouse with the ball now. Cuts around the J.J. Reed pick. Monkhouse drives it in, hits the layup. Sidoris went to the floor, leaving the lane open for Monkhouse. Monkhouse drove it in, put it in. Trace Young, long left-hand shot up, no good. Monkhouse with the board for the Statesmen. J.J. Reed from the corner, it's good! 3-point basket, J.J. Reed, and the Statesmen are back on top by 1. 39-38, Lincoln Trail leads it. 1:15 to go in the half. Johnson gets it over to Young. Young on the near side, another 3 is good this time. Trace Young, the long 3, puts his team back out in front by a deuce, 41-39. We're under a minute to go in half number 1. Ahmad Price with the basketball, gets it off to Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse, Reed in the corner, up, no good. Lamar Lillard flies for the rebound, but lands on the baseline on the way down, and gives the ball back over to the Vols. Lamar Lillard, great effort on the baseline that time. Flew high for the rebound. Unfortunately, the foot landed on the line when he came down with the basketball. Jalen Johnson gets it over to Cousin. Now to Curry. Underneath. Lancaster up and in. Strong move to the hoop by Mark Lancaster, the sophomore from Atlanta. Gives Logan back their 4-point lead. 1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock now. Statesmen trail it by a pair. Ahmad Price with the basketball. Statesmen are going to run it down, go for 1. Double screen comes out. Over to J.J. Reed. J.J. looks for Lillard. Lamar puts it up for 3. It's off, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Vol basketball. 0.7 seconds to go here in the first half. Looks like we may have an adjustment to the clock. I would say they're going to put a little bit more time on, maybe 1.2, 1.1, 1.8. Wow, that's a lot. But 1.8 it is, 1.8 to go. Gives the Vols an opportunity. Ball hits the rafter, and that's the end of the first half of play. At the end of 1, Logan leads it 43-39. We'll be back for the second half after a bit.
Rosati's Pizza and Sports Pub in Robinson, Illinois, with daily dine-in food and drink specials, catering, and online ordering. More than 30 flat-screen TVs, taking your favorite team on game day. Sports can be unpredictable, but your experience at Rosati's is a guaranteed win each and every time.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's normally at home they don't have anybody to run this, so I run it. No, not really. He taught me how to do it. Yeah. Yeah. That's who does it on the way games.
Yeah.
We're back for the second half of the Statesman Athletic Complex. 43-39. Statesman trail it by just 4. It'll be Statesman basketball to start the second half of play. Lathan Falls, Eric Monkhouse, Tad Kapek, Lamar Lillard, and Dante Combs on the floor for Lincoln Trail. Monkhouse has the basketball, gets it off to Falls. Lathan down the right-hand side, pulls it back behind the arc. Guarded by Young, down underneath to Kapek. He's guarded by Sharp. Sharp, the 7-2 player from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Monkhouse almost lost the handle, gets it back. 7-6 on the shot clock. Lathan Falls partially blocked by Sharp that time. And Logan brings it down the floor. Eric Boone with the basketball, gets it to Young. Young drives the lane, gets it over to Sharp. Sharp tried to put it in with a jam, instead fouled by Kapek. Jonathan Sharp high above the rim that time. Of course, when you start at 7-2, not as far to go, but still an impressive height he achieved there. Sharp, free throw up, no good. We're still in the first minute of the second half of play. Sharp's second free throw goes in, and the Statesmen get the ball back, trailing by 5, 44-39. Once again, John A. Logan, 15-0 in the Great Rivers Athletic Conference, ranked number 13 in the country. They're the second-ranked team in the region. Eric Monkhouse for 2. Eric Monkhouse hits it, 44-41 now. Statesmen trail by just 3. Jay Scruggs up and no good. And the Statesmen come away with the basketball. Monkhouse tries to go behind the back. Gets it out to Lamar Lillard. Lillard for 3 off no good. Trace Young with the board for Logan. Boone drives all the way down. Looked like he traveled. No call. Statesman with the board. Lathan Falls with the basketball. Gets it over to Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse for 3. It's in and out. No good. Lamar Lillard cuts through for the rebound. Gets it off to Dante Combs. Dante puts up the 3 of his own and hits it. Dante Combs for another 3 for the Statesmen. And we're all knotted up again. 44-44 coming down to the 18-minute mark of the second half of play. Ball in the far corner to Johnson. Now to Boone. Back to Young. Now to Scrub. Jay Scrub. With the NBA watching. Drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Eric Monkhouse pulls down the rebound. Good box outs that time on the half of the Statesmen. Monkhouse free for 3 and hits it. Eric Monkhouse for 3. And the Statesmen lead it by 3 with 17:35 to go in the contest. Timeout called by Logan. We'll take a timeout of our own, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Crampton Painting and Drywall proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College.
Over the years, farming has changed.
After the timeout, we've got 17:35 to go here in the contest. Statesmen lead it by 3, 47-44 over the 13th-ranked team in the country, the Volunteers from John A. Logan. Logan basketball now. Eric Boone brings it up the floor. Curry replaces Sharp in the Logan lineup. He turns around, puts it off the board and in. He may have traveled as well. Dante Combs at the other end. Curry gets up in the air. Ball flipped back to Kapek. Now to Combs in the corner. Dante drives, kicks it back out. Lillard for 3. It is good. The ball rolled tantalizingly around the rim and dropped through for the Statesmen 3. 4-point lead now for Lincoln Trail. 50-46. Young with the basketball, gets it over to Boone, down underneath to Curry. Curry stripped away by Lillard. Lillard called for the ticky-tack foul. Lamar Lillard, first personal foul, second team foul of the half on the Statesman. It'll be Vols basketball underneath their own bucket. Johnson to inbound. He gets it into Young. Young from the corner puts up the three off the top of the backboard, and the ball goes over to Lincoln Trail. Foul on that play. Called on Sidney Curry. Didn't see it, but it was called anyway. That's the first team foul of the second half, the second on Curry. We can safely say he's deserved more than that. In the corner, Lathan falls for three, hits it! Sixth three-pointer of the day for Lathan Falls. And the 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Oakland City has lit it up from the field this afternoon. Foul on the play. Eric Monkhouse called for the personal, his second, team third of the half. 53-46, Statesman by 7. Johnson puts it up, no good. Sharp got the rebound, tried to put it in, instead has it stripped away. Lamar Lillard gets it over to Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse bumped from the side by Young. Goes to the floor, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Eric Monkhouse, the freshman from Greenwood, Indiana, goes to the free throw line. Opportunity to extend this Statesman lead. Free throw up and good by Eric. Jay Scrubb back into the lineup for John A. Logan. He replaces Trace Young. Second free throw up and good by Monkhouse. Statesman lead extends to 9, 55-46. Scrubb gets the ball over to Cousin. Cousin turnaround jumper off, no good. Sharp charging in for the board. Foul called on Lamar Lillard. Ball stays with John A. Logan. It'll be a 20-second shot clock. Scrubb up, no good. He goes hard to the floor, and he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. Ahmad Price waiting to come back into the Statesman lineup. Lamar Lillard pleads his case, having been called for his third personal foul. 15:55 to go in the half. Technical foul called on Lamar Lillard. Perhaps a little bit of thin skin shown by an official. Lillard wasn't demonstrative. We don't know for sure what he said, but he wasn't demonstrative. He didn't try to show up the official, but the official decided to call the technical foul anyway. And unfortunately, that counts as a personal as well against Lamar, and that'll be his fourth. Scrubb hits both ends of both free throws that he was entitled to on the foul. Those were the technical foul shots. Now Scrubb goes to the free throw line to shoot the two he's entitled to for the personal foul. First is up and no good. Scrubb hit the two shots for the technical as Ahmad Price comes in and replaces Lamar Lillard. 55-48. Statesmen still lead it by 7. A little bit of the air just went out of the Statesman Athletic Center, though. Second free throw up and good. A little bit of full court pressure now picked up by Logan. Ahmad Price with the basketball. Let's see if the Statesmen can pick up the pace again, regain the momentum that they've had throughout most of this contest. Tad Kapek underneath, kicks it out to Price. Lathan Falls, Monkhouse, now to Monkhouse again. Falls with the basketball, down to 10 on the shot clock. Falls fakes the three, gets it to Price. Price for three, off no good. Rebound pulled off by Scrub. Scrub with the basketball now, guarded by Eric Monkhouse. Scrub tries a crossover, loses the handle, picks it back up. Scrub handling the basketball himself, now drives the lane, puts up the runner, no good. Ball picked off by Lincoln Trail, out to Monkhouse. Eric gets it over to Price. Price eyes the rim, guarded by Sharp. You don't want to try to shoot it over him. Tad Kapek now with the basketball at the top of the circle, coming down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hands it off to Lathan Falls. Falls steps back to Kapek. Tad drives the lane, gets it off to Price. Price blocked by Sharp. Shot clock violation called on the Statesman. Ahmad Price got the shot off. Unfortunately, the 7'2" Jamarian Sharp stood in the way between he and the basket and blocked it away. Miko Bond and J.J. Reed check back in for the Statesmen. Tad Kapek and Lathan Falls check out. 14:33 to go. Statesmen by 6. Volunteer basketball down at the Statesmen end of the floor. They'll bring it up slowly. Boone gets it over to Lancaster. Now back to Boone. Curry loses the handle, has it go off his knee and out of bounds. Curry looked like he wanted to set up for the dunk, instead lost the ball out of bounds. And it'll be Statesman basketball once again. They lead it by 6. Golden opportunity once again to extend the lead. Miko Bond hands off to Price, tries to get it over to Miko. Ball instead stolen away by Curry. And Jay Scrub has it. Traveling called. And rightfully so on Jordan Cousin. He shuffled the feet trying to make a move to the bucket. Coach Luke Stuckey still unhappy with the officiating. Letting the official have it down here in the corner. Ahmad Price with the basketball, swings it across the line. He's guarded by Boone. Underneath, Miko Bond gets Curry up in the air. Miko misses the layup, but it looked like he was held. No call. Scrub drives, Paul stripped away by Ahmad Price, and another charging foul drawn by Miko Bond. That's 2 today. That's the third personal foul on Jay Scrub. Timeout on the floor. Statesmen lead it by 6. 13:43 to go here in the contest. We'll be back.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Crampton Painting and Drywall proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College.
Over the years, farming has changed with newer tools and technology. But one thing remains the same. The Knolenberg family and K&K Grain Farms have been around for 5 generations to serve the community. The Knolenbergs and K&K Grain Farms are proud to support the Lincoln Trail Statesmen and the community of Oblong. Good luck, Statesmen, this basketball season from your friends at K&K Grain Farms in Oblong.
55-49, Statesmen still lead it by 6. 13:43 to go in the contest. It'll be Statesmen basketball. Officials checking something at the scorer's table. J.J. Reed ready to inbound to Ahmad Price. And it looks like there were only 4 players on the floor. Substitution waiting to happen. Scrub was sitting on the bench, had to come back into the game. Be great if we could draw foul number 4 on him. Ahmad Price with the basketball. Trapped. Gets it over to Miko Bond. Gone, guarded by Curry. Gets it to J.J. Reed. Reed guarded by Scrub. Dante Combs rises for the jumper. It's off, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Now over to Scrub. Boone with the basketball, guarded by Eric Monkhouse. In the corner, Johnson off, no good. Ball bounces off of Lancaster, but it's picked up by Boone. 14 to go on the shot clock, 12:56 on the game clock. The floater up, no good by Boone. He saves it from going out of bounds. And the Vols get another opportunity. Scrub rises for 3. Air ball out of bounds. Jay Scrub not having the day he was hoping for, I'm sure. Especially not with a pro scout in attendance here at the Statesman Athletic Complex. His coach trying to claim he was fouled, but it sure didn't appear that he was. Ahmad Price with the basketball now, brings it across the 10-second line. Double pick at the top. Gives it to Miko Bond. Miko guarded by Curry. Tries to hand it off to Eric Monkhouse. Reach-in foul called. Foul called on number 4, Mark Lancaster, the sophomore from Atlanta. And it'll be Statesman basketball as the Vols finally get Scrub off the floor with the 3 personal fouls. 12:22 to go. Statesman still by 6. Statesman with another opportunity to extend the advantage. Price inbounds to Monkhouse. Eric, guarded by Young, comes around the circle. Underneath, Miko Bond for the layup, no good. Miko Bond all alone underneath, expected the pressure of the defense, didn't get it, and missed the layup. Ball goes off the Statesman, bounces out of bounds. It'll be Vols basketball with 12:02 to go. Still that 55-49 score. Johnson with the basketball now. Brings it out top, sets up a play for the Vols. Comes around the Curry pick, down the lane, traveled, but a blocking foul called. Blocking called on Miko Bond. That's Miko's 3rd personal foul. That's the 7th on the Statesman as a team. And that sends the Vols to the free throw line for the bonus. First free throw up and in. Lathan Falls and Tad Capek return for the Statesman. Eric Monkhouse and Miko Bond take a break. Johnson sets up for the second of 2 charity tosses. Up and good again. 55-51. Statesman lead cut to 4. Price with the basketball. He's guarded by Lancaster in the backcourt. Now crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Capek. Tad guarded by Curry. Tad sees an opening. Takes it all the way. Misses the layup. Blocking foul called. Looks like on Young. Trace Young called for the blocking foul, as Tad Capek made a strong move to the bucket. Tad Capek with 2 free throws. We'll see how many. That is the 3rd personal foul on Young, 5th team foul. Capek misses the first of 2. And into the lineup, Jordan Cousin returns, replacing Trace Young. Young and Scrub both on the pine right now for Logan, along with Jamarian Sharp. Statesman with an advantage and an opportunity here as K-Peck hits the second, 56-51. Statesman lead it now by 5. We're down to 11:26 to go in the contest. Boone with the basketball. In the corner now, Johnson. Curry on the baseline, tries to go around K-Peck, does. Got to cut him off. Don't let him have that baseline. He scores. It's 56-53. Statesman lead it by just 3. Logan creeping ever closer as the time starts to wind down. We get down to the halfway mark, almost to the second half. Ahmad Price with the basketball. Drives, gets it to K-Peck. Tad wanted to take the shot, pulled it back. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 2 by Price, no good. New shot clock. Falls over to Reed. JJ underneath the K-Peck. Over to Reed, to Ahmad Price. JJ Reed from the corner, it's no good. Reed looked like he may have hurried that one just a little bit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Logan throws it away. It'll be Statesman basketball at the far end of the floor. Eric Monkhouse returns, taking the spot vacated by Ahmad Price. Number 12, Justin Sidoris, the sophomore from Marion, Illinois, reports back in along with Jamarian Sharp, the 7'2 center from Hopkinsville, Kentucky for Logan. Statesmen need to slow it down just a little bit. Be quick, but don't be in a hurry was John Wooden's advice. The Statesmen could heed some of that right now. They've been trying to hurry up the game just a little bit. As Monkhouse tries to give it off to K-Peck, knocked out of bounds by Sidoris, and it'll be Statesman basketball. Sidoris lobbies that it wasn't me, but the official sees it otherwise. Reed inbounds to Falls. Lathan off to Monkhouse. 6-5 on the shot clock now. Eric Monkhouse misses the jumper. K-Peck fouls Sharp on the rebound. Tad K-Peck commits his 3rd personal foul. 8th team foul. Sharp goes to the free throw line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. 9:59. We're just under the midway point of the second half of play. Statesmen lead it by 3, 56-53. Sharp hits the first free throw. I'll tell you what, the first free throw he took this afternoon was really bad. The last 2 have been under control and down the middle. Hopefully he can't do it again. Sharp, second free throw. Around and out, no good. K-Peck has the ball stolen away, but Johnson stepped on the baseline. It'll be Statesman basketball. Nope, foul called on Johnson. Thought for a second he just stepped out of bounds. Instead, he's called for the personal foul. That's his first, team 6th. Both teams in the 1 and bonus situation now. 9:58 to go. Statesmen lead by a pair, 56-54 over the Vols of Logan. Monkhouse, guarded by Boone, gets it to K-Peck. J.J. Price. J.J. Reed gets it to Falls. Lathan misses it. Sharp with the rebound, jumped all over K-Peck, no call. Ball dribbled out of bounds. Cousin loses the handle, loses the ball, and his team loses possession. Eric Monkhouse brings it up the floor. Not a lot of scoring in the second half so far. 56-54. Statesmen lead it by 2. Lathan Falls over to Eric Monkhouse. Tight defense played by Logan. They switch off on the Monkhouse. Falls for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. K-Peck gets the board. Fouled from behind by Sharp. Finally, Jamarian Sharp called for the foul on the rebound. Tad K-Peck should be going to the free throw line. And he is. That's the first personal foul on Jamarian Sharp. Tad Capek goes to the line, 1 in the bonus. Statesman could sure use both of these right now. First is up and good. Hit the back of the rim, popped up in the air and dropped through. There were heart palpitations all over the gym at that point. Capek gets the second opportunity. Eyes the rim, puts it up, and this one's good. Nobody's EKG went up this time. Nobody faltered. And the Statesmen lead it by 4, 58-54. Foul called on the floor. Foul called on Eric Monkhouse. That's Eric's 3rd personal foul. 9th team foul on the Statesmen. That'll send Jalen Johnson, the sophomore from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, to the free throw line. He'll have a 1-and-1. First is up, and it's no good. Reed pulls down the rebound for the Statesmen, gets it off to Monkhouse. Eric guarded by Johnson. Monkhouse with the basketball. Tries to go to the hoop. Tries to put it up. No good. Capek saves it. Gets it back to Monkhouse. Nice play by Tad Capek as Eric Monkhouse puts up the 3. No good. Sharp with the rebound. Gets it off. Eric Boone all the way down the floor. Puts in the layup. Sidoris back into the lineup. He replaces Jalen Johnson. Statesman basketball. 58-56. Statesmen lead it by a pair. John A. Logan trying to go to 16-0 in conference play as Eric Monkhouse is knocked to the ground by Jordan Cousin. Statesmen trying to go to 17-9, 10-7 in conference play and hold their position as the number 5 seed in the regional tournament. Statesmen have a couple of games left on the schedule of the regular season. They play Monday night down in Shawnee as Monkhouse uncharacteristically misses the front end of the 1-and-1. They also have a home game next Wednesday night here at the Statesman Athletic Complex. Nice driving layup that time, put up and in by Boone. Spun it around off the rim. The English brought it home, and it's 58-58. Brand new ball game with 7:53 to go. Eric Monkhouse with the ball goes down the lane. Right at Sharp, puts it up and in. Eric Monkhouse up and over Jamarian Sharp and puts his team back in front by a pair. Boone, once again, no good. Sharp and Boone battle for the rebound. Boone comes away with it, trapped in the corner, lobs it out, gets it to Cousin. Cousin to Boone. Boone drives, fouled by Lathan Falls as he goes past. That's happened multiple times at the other end of the floor with no call. Finally, the first grab call on the way by called on the Statesman. Timeout called as well by John A. Logan. Coach Luke Stuckey wants an explanation. Why hadn't that been called all day? You've missed it all day. You finally call it on our guy. We're going to take a timeout as well. 60-58. Lincoln Trail leads it by a pair. 7:28 to go. We'll be back in a moment.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Crampton Painting and Drywall proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College.
Over the years, farming has changed with newer tools and technology. But one thing remains the same. The Knolenberg family and K&K Grain Farms have been around for 5 generations to serve the community. The Knolenbergs and K&K Grain Farms are proud to support the Lincoln Trail Statesmen and the community of Oblong. Good luck, Statesman, this basketball season from your friends at K&K Grain Farms in Oblong.
We're back at the Statesman Athletic Complex, 60-58, 7:28 to go. Eric Boone to the free throw line for the Vols. He has an opportunity to bring his team even once again. Boone, first one's up, no good. Eric Boone misses the front end of the double bonus. And even with the baseball team out of town in Georgia today, the crowd is loud. Second free throw up and good by Boone. Statesmen lead it by 1, 60-59. Eric Monkhouse, guarded by Sidoris, brings it down the floor. Monkhouse down the right-hand side of the lane, puts it up and in. Eric Monkhouse took Sidoris to school that time. Scored the layup, 62-59. Statesmen lead it again by 3. Boone with the basketball. Drives down, cuts the baseline, gets it to Sharp. Sharp, I'm not even sure he jumped to dunk that. Jamarian Sharp brings his team back to within a single digit, 62-61. Statesmen lead it by 1. Monkhouse fouled by Sidoris that time. If only we had continuation, it would have been a bucket as well. Foul called on the floor. Eric Monkhouse goes to the free throw line, shooting 1 and 1. 62-61, Statesmen lead it. 6:45 to go in the contest. Big crowd here on Sophomore Day. Between games today, the sophomores were honored for their contributions to the Statesman Athletic program. Eric Monkhouse misses the front end of the 1 and 1. And Boone has the ball in the front court for Logan. Now over to Young. Trace Young back into the lineup for the Vols. Boone left alone for 3, misses it off the side of the rim, picks up his own rebound, tries to get down this lane, loses it. Now gets it over to Johnson in the corner, back to Boone. Still 13 to go as a new shot clock came on when the ball hit the rim. Eric Boone with the basketball. Once again, gets it in the corner. Trace Young for 3. High arching shot, no good. Sharp called for the foul, flinging Tad Kapek to the ground. And that will be the 10th team foul. Double bonus time now for the Statesmen. 6:01 to go. Statesmen lead it by 1. Tad Kapek to the free throw line, shooting a pair. Kapek, free throw up and good. Sidney Curry reports back into the Logan lineup. He replaces Jamarian Sharp. Sharp committed his second personal foul just moments ago that sent Tad Kapek to the free throw line. Kapek up and good again, 64-61. Statesmen lead it by 3. Eric Boone with the basketball, gets it over to Young, down inside to Curry, stolen away. Dante Combs with the theft. And the Statesmen have it, leading by 3. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball, drives, kicks it back out. Lamar Lillard back in the game for the Statesmen. Monkhouse for 3, it's off, no good. J.J. Reed with the rebound basket, goes to the floor, he's fouled. J.J. Reed with the rebound bucket, high in the air, knocked to the ground, and the foul called on Logan. J.J. Reed, opportunity for the three-point play. Let's see who the foul was called on. Foul called on number 23, Sidney Curry. That is his 3rd personal foul and the 10th team foul. Actually the 11th, but after 10, who's counting anymore? J.J. Reed, free throw line. First is up and good. completes the three-point play. 5:30 to go, 67-61. Statesman hanging on to the 6-point lead now. Eric Boone with the basketball. Gets it off to Curry. Curry guarded by Kapek. Now over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Dante Combs. Drives, shoves Tad Kapek. No call. Johnson put his shoulder down. Ran into Kapek. No call. But Lamar Lillard got the rebound, and Johnson was called for the foul on the rebound. Lamar Lillard will go to the free throw line. Double bonus time for number one. Opportunity to extend the 6-point lead. Lamar Lillard eyes the rim. First is up, off, no good. Lamar, opportunity to redeem himself on this second charity toss. Important, would extend this out to a 3-possession lead. Off, no good again. Curry with the rebound. Scrub and back into the lineup for John A. Logan. Johnson with the basketball, guarded by Monkhouse. Down under to Curry. Curry tries to go through Kapek, puts it up and in. Sidney Curry brings his ball club back to within 4. 4:44 to go in the contest. Eric Monkhouse almost loses the handle, picks it back up, gets it to J.J. Reed. Timeout called by the Statesman. 67-63. Lincoln Trail leads it with 4:37 to go in the contest. We'll be back after these important messages.
Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Marathon Petroleum proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College. Lincoln Trail College would like to recognize one of our corporate partners. Crampton Painting and Drywall proudly supports the students and activities at Lincoln Trail College.
Over the years, farming has changed with newer tools and technology. But one thing remains the same. The Knolenberg family and K&K Grain Farms have been around for 5 generations to serve the community. The Knolenbergs and K&K Grain Farms are proud to support the Lincoln Trail Statesmen and the community of Oblong. Good luck, Statesmen, this basketball season from your friends at K&K Grain Farms in Oblong.
Statesman basketball with 4:37 to go in the contest. Statesman lead it by 4, 67-63. J.J. Reed to trigger the inbound for Lincoln Trail. 19 to go on the shot clock. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball now, guarded by Johnson. Monkhouse drives, pulls it back out. Dante Combs, step back, 3 is Goff, no good. Oh, J.J. Reed high for the board, didn't quite pull it down. Curry with the dunk. Sidney Curry with a 2-point basket. And Johnson called for the grab on Monkhouse. Big mistake that time by number 10, Jalen Johnson. That's his 3rd personal foul. Grabbed Eric Monkhouse needlessly in the backcourt. And that'll send the freshman from Greenwood, Indiana, to the free throw line where he'll shoot the double bonus. Statesmen really need these two. First is up and good. Monkhouse extends the lead to 3. Both teams in the bonus. 3 timeouts remaining for Logan. 2 remaining for Lincoln Trail. Monkhouse hits both. And it'll be Logan basketball trailing 69-65. And Scrub throws it out of bounds. The turnover gives the ball over to the Statesmen. 4:06 to go. Statesmen lead it by 4. J.J. Reed gets it into Dante Combs. Combs with the basketball, guarded by Boone. Dante around the top of the circle. Gets it to Tad Kapek in the corner. Lamar Lillard, in and out. That was halfway down and popped out for Lamar. Boone with the basketball now, guarded by Lillard. Boone, turnaround jumper, no good. Lamar with the rebound, gets it off to Dante Combs. Statesman quickly down into the floor. Eric Monkhouse drives down the baseline, kicks it back. Lillard has it in the middle of the lane, puts it up, good! No basket. Sure looked like it should have been the bucket counting and the free throw, but was not to be. Lamar Lillard goes to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. First one up and good by Lamar. 70-65. Statesmen lead it by 5. Lillard with the basketball, eyes the rim, puts it up, and it's good again. Statesmen lead it by 6, 71-65. 3:26 to go in the contest. Scrub down the lane, spins, kicks it back out. Boone for 3 and hits it. Timeout called by Logan, 71-68. Statesmen lead it by 3, 3:19 to go. We'll be back in a minute. The Alumni Pep Band on fire today at the Statesman Athletic Complex. And so are the Statesmen as they lead it by 3 over the 13th ranked John A. Logan Volunteers. Dante Combs kicks it out to Eric Monkhouse. Monkhouse in the middle of the lane. Runner up and in. Eric Monkhouse for 2. And the Statesman lead extends out to 5. 2:55 to go in the contest. Scrub gets the ball to Boone. Boone into Curry. Curry up and in. And so far, Sidney Curry has been exceptionally difficult to stop down low. Big body and very aggressive down underneath the bucket. Dante Combs with the basketball. Statesmen lead at 3. Combs hands it off to Lillard. Lamar guarded by Boone. Gets it to Monkhouse. 11-10 now to go on the shot clock. Eric Monkhouse knocked in the face by Curry. No call. 3 up, no good. Curry with the board. Gets it off to Scrub. Jay Scrub guarded by Combs. Down the lane. Puts it up, no good. Looks like the foul is going to be called on Tad Kapek for blocking. No? What do we got? Foul called on Lamar Lillard. That's going to be the 5th personal foul on Lamar here on sophomore day at Lincoln Trail. Lamar Lillard fouls out. 4 personal fouls and what appeared from up here to be an undeserved technical. And Jay Scrub goes to the free throw line. He'll have a pair of free throws. 73-70, Statesmen lead it. 2:13 to go in the contest. First is up and good. Scrub getting ready to shoot the 2nd personal foul, personal free throw. This one's up and curls around and good as well. 73-72. Statesman lead now at 1. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball brings it down across the 10-second line. Monkhouse gets it to Reed. J.J. Reed back to Monkhouse. Eric goes around the pick. Gets it back to Reed. J.J. could have been called for the travel perhaps. Dante Combs drives over Sharp off no good. Boone with no, check that. That was Cousin with the rebound for Logan. Logan now at their end of the floor with an opportunity to go ahead. 73-72. Statesman lead it by 1. Scrub misses. Rebound Monkhouse, and the Statesmen have it back. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball. Knocked to the floor by Sharp. Eric Monkhouse got away with a forearm to the stomach that time, but he went to the ground, and Sharp got called for the foul. And it's going to be Eric Monkhouse returning to the free throw line for the Statesmen with the opportunity to extend that 1-point margin. 1:24 to go. Monkhouse with 2 shots. First is up and down the middle. Eric Monkhouse hits the first of 2. Has the second, good as well. Statesmen lead it by 3, 75-72. 1:21 to go here in the game. Jay Scrub with the basketball around the Sharp pick. Scrub down the lane, has it knocked away, falls to the floor, and draws the foul. Foul called on Ahmad Price just into the lineup for the Statesmen. 1:16 to go. Scrub to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First free throw up and no good. Scrub misses the first, they'll get the second. 1:16 to go, 75-72, still your score. Scrub, second free throw up and good. Statesman with the basketball and the 2-point advantage, 75-73. Eric Monkhouse across the 10-second line, guarded by Boone. Eric Monkhouse draining some time off the clock. Now we're at 1 minute, now under a minute, 11 to go on the shot clock. Monkhouse tries to get the ball to Price in the corner, knocked away. Here comes Boone, goes through Reed. J.J. Reed called for the phantom personal foul. Personal foul called on Reed. Same official who called the technical on Lamar Lillard. Once again, thinks he sees something that's not there and calls the foul on J.J. Reed. Boone completely out of control, pell-mell toward the basket. Ran into Statesman players, and the foul was called on J.J. Reed. 48.5 to go. Boone to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First is up and good. Boone the opportunity to bring this game even at 75 with 48.5 seconds to go. Free throw up and good again. Tie ball game, brand new contest, down to 45 seconds. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball. Statesman called timeout to set up the last 42.4. We'll take a timeout as well. We're knotted at 75, and we'll be right back. 42.4 seconds to go here at the Statesman Athletic Complex. The Volunteers of John A. Logan, the Statesmen of Lincoln Trail, locked in an epic battle. 75-75, 42.4 seconds to go. J.J. Reed will trigger the inbound for Lincoln Trail. Wet spot being cleaned off the floor graciously by the Logan coach. Looks like everything's spick and span now. And Reed gets ready to inbound, gets it into Dante Combs. Combs has the basketball. 18 to go on the shot clock now. Significant differential between shot clock and game clock. Now down to 10. Oh, Dante has the ball poked away. Now gets it back. Ahmad Price picks it back up. Still 5 to go on the shot clock. Price goes to the floor, calls timeout with 2 seconds to go on the shot clock. Smart play by Ahmad Price that time. Perhaps a little help from the bench. Ball was on the floor, knocked away. It was loose. Statesmen pick it up. 75-75, 20.2 to go. 2 to go on the shot clock. We'll be back in just a minute for the conclusion. Let's set it up. 20.2 seconds to go. 75-75 the score. 2 seconds on the shot clock. The Statesmen are going to have to get something up very quickly, and Logan sees the setup and calls a timeout of their own. They're down to 1 timeout. Statesmen with none. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion of this one in just a minute. $20.2 to go. 75-75. Statesman basketball. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's the most important number right now. A little bit of a delay, allowing Logan to reset their defense. Ball inbounded all the way across. Picked up by Reed, put up, and good! J.J. Reed hits the bucket. 2-point bucket by J.J. Reed. Picked the ball up off the floor, put it in, and the Statesmen lead it, 77-75. We're going to put a little bit of time back on the game clock. 17.6 on the game clock. Statesmen lead it by a pair. Logan basketball all the way at the other end of the floor. Eric Monkhouse to guard the inbound. You can look for Jay Scrub to get the basketball and bring it up. He does receive the ball. They're going to put it in the hands of what will be their All-American. Jay Scrub cuts to the rim, puts it up, and no good. Fat rebound, no good. K-Peck with the basketball out of bounds to Logan. Scrub took it to the hole, missed the layup. Sharp put it back up, missed it again. Tad Kapek had it in his hands but stepped on the end line. And with 5.8 seconds to go, Statesmen lead at 77-75. It will be Logan basketball when we come back from this timeout. .8 seconds to go. It's Logan basketball underneath their own bucket, just off to the side. In fact, 77-75. Statesmen lead it by a pair. Inbound. Scrub tries to get the shot up. No good. He's fouled. 3 seconds to go. Only 2.8 came off in that scrum. Jay Scrub goes to the free throw line. 3 seconds to go. Scrub has an opportunity to pull his team even. The lob came to Scrub underneath the bucket. He put it up, no good. The Statesmen swarmed. First free throw is up and in. And that usually sets the stage for the second one to drop in as well. First one goes in, you relax just a little bit, get the rhythm of the shot the second time. Lancaster in replaces Boone for Logan. Scrub, second free throw is good. Statesman, 3 seconds to go. Ahmad Price puts up the half quarter. Oh, not quite. We're going to go to overtime. A 5-minute extra period to decide this one. Statesman involves 77-77. We'll be back for overtime after we take this timeout. We're headed to overtime here at the Statesman Athletic Complex. 77-77 the score. We're going to play an extra 5 minutes as Kapek and Sharp get back into the middle circle, ready to jump it up to start this overtime period. Jay Scrub hits 2 free throws with 3 seconds to go to bring his team back into a tie. Ahmad Price got a shot off from beyond half court. Hit the backboard but couldn't go in. Sharp tips the ball back. And it belongs to Logan. Boone with the basketball. Gets it off to Johnson. Now to Scrub. Boone in the corner, guarded by Monkhouse. Goes around Sharp. Ball given to Sharp. Sharp traveled. Yes, he did. Sharp traveled with the basketball, trying to regain control. The pass, unfortunately for Logan, went down at Sharp's knees. And at 7-2, that's a long way to reach down to grab that basketball. He lost the handle, picked it back up, but he'd lost his balance by then and traveled with the basketball. Statesmen have the ball now. Ahmad Price gets it off to Tad Kapek. Kapek off to Reed. JJ thinks about the three, now gets it back to Price. Price intercepted by Boone. Nice anticipation by Eric Boone that time as he drives to the hoop. He's fouled by Price. Fouled by Price? Fouled by Combs. Yes, fouled by Dante Combs. First personal foul of the contest on Dante. And Eric Boone goes to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First is up and good. 78-77, 4:26 to go. Logan takes the 1-point advantage. Lancaster comes back in for Cousin. Logan playing a little offense and defense here in the overtime period as Boone hits the second of two free throws. 79-77, his ball club. The Vols lead by a pair. Price with the basketball, gets it off to Kapek. Tad around Sharp, tries to get it to Combs. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Statesmen. Looked like maybe a little bit of confusion that time by the Statesmen on the cuts. They've got the ball back, though. J.J. Reed to inbound. Gets it in. Ahmad Price, short jumper off the glass, no good. Scrub with the rebound all the way down the floor to Lancaster. Lancaster tipped back. Price stole it. Ill-advised play that time by Logan. Another ill-advised play by the Statesman on the long pass. Intercepted by Logan. And they have the basketball. Scrub almost lost it. Boone picked it up, guarded by Price. Back to Scrub. Scrub down the lane, puts it up and in. Jay Scrub extends the Logan lead to 4. 3:38 to go. Ahmad Price across the 10-second line. Lathan Falls waiting to come back into the lineup for the Statesmen. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball now for Lincoln Trail. Goes down the right-hand side, gives the ball to Price. Price drives into the lane. Puts it up and in. Ahmad Price for two. 81-79. Coming down to the 3-minute mark now of the overtime period. Statesmen trail it by a pair, but it's Logan's basketball. Boone guarded by Price. Around the sharp pick. Ahmad Price called for the bump. And that'll send Eric Boone back to the free throw line where I don't believe he's missed today. Boone with the basketball, puts up the first, it's good. 82-79, 2:57 to go. Lathan Falls reports back into the ball game. He replaces Ahmad Price. That was Price's second personal foul. Boone hits both ends. And the lead's back to 4 for the Vols. 83-79. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball for Lincoln Trail. Around the Kapek pick. Looks for help. Gets it to Falls. Back to Monkhouse. Statesman looking for a good shot. Monkhouse in the corner. J.J. Reed for three. J.J. Reed wide open, hits the three. 83-82. Statesman down by just a point. Scrub with the basketball. He's picked up by Reed across the 10-second line. Gets it to Curry. Curry up, no good. But Sidney Curry will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Tad Kapek called for the personal foul. That's the fourth on the sophomore from the Czech Republic. Curry, first free throw is good. Sidney Curry hits the first. Ready for the second, 84-82. Logan leads it by a pair, misses the second free throw, and it's a 2-point advantage for the Vols as the Statesmen come into their end of the court. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball. Goes around Boone. Gets cut off, brings it back out. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for Lincoln Trail. Monkhouse tries again down the lane in the corner to Reed. JJ Kicks it to K-Peck. K-Peck off the board, no good. Reed tips it, no good. Rebound pulled down by Curry. Gets it out to Johnson. 84-82, 1:50 to go. Vols have the basketball coming into their end of the floor. Looks like they're going to drain some time off the clock. Smart play by Logan. Boone with the basketball. Comes down the lane, kicks it into the corner. Lancaster gets it back to Boone. Boone out to Johnson. Johnson for three, no good. Curry gets the rebound, puts it up and in. Traveled. Curry traveled. Curry slams the water container and doesn't get called. Maybe he did. Let's see if Curry got called for the technical foul. Sidney Curry went off the floor, slammed both fists on top of the water cooler. And there's no technical foul called on Curry. Earlier in the game, Lamar Lillard got called for a technical by the same official. Nothing happens to Curry after a demonstrative display of anger. Unbelievable. Eric Monkhouse with the basketball, 1:10 to go. Monkhouse drives, foul called. Let's see who it's on. Foul called on Boone. Eric Monkhouse will go to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Opportunity to bring his team back into a tie. (84-82). Statesmen trail it by a pair. 1:08 to go. Eric Monkhouse first is around and out. All right, Statesmen need the second now for Monkhouse. Eric, free throw up. This one's good. 84-83. Statesmen trail by one. Logan basketball. 1:05 to go in the contest. Jay Scrubb with the ball across the 10-second line. What an epic battle it has been this afternoon. Number 13 ranked John A. Logan. The Statesmen have held their own. Scrubb misses. Lancaster grabbed the rebound, but Falls took it away, and it's Statesman basketball. 40 seconds to go. Monkhouse has control. Monkhouse guarded by Lancaster. Timeout called by the Statesmen. Their only timeout of the overtime period. Logan still has one. Statesmen trail it by one. 84-83, 35.5 to go. We'll be back in just a moment. .5 to go, 84-83. Statesmen trail by one. It's Logan basketball. No, it's Lincoln Trail basketball. Check that. We got lost coming out of the timeout. Eric Monkhouse has the ball. Gets it over to Falls. Lathan Falls for three. Off, no good. High for the rebound. Pulled down by Boone. Statesmen are going to have to foul. Shot clock should be off, and there it goes. Falls fouls Boone on the way by. 84-83. Lathan Falls had a pretty good look at it. Just missed it. An inch or two closer, and it would have gone through for a three-point basket. Statesmen got exactly what they wanted. Lathan Falls has been on fire today. Had a great game. The redshirt sophomore from Oakland City, Indiana. That one just didn't quite fall. Boone puts it up and in. Statesmen are going to have another opportunity, though, because even if Boone makes the second free throw, it's only going to be a 3-point advantage for the Vols. 18.4 to go. Plenty of time for Lincoln Trail. Free throw up and good as well. 86-83. Statesmen trail it by 3. Monkhouse with the basketball. Last opportunity for Lincoln Trail. Monkhouse looks for help. J.J. Reed loses it, gets it back, falls with the basketball. Falls to Monkhouse. Monkhouse from the corner puts it up. No good. K-Peck. Oh, tried to kick it back out. And that's the ball game. Statesmen, a valiant effort this afternoon against the conference's leading team, 15-0 in the GRAC. Statesmen took it to overtime. Logan wins it 86-83. We'll be back with you on Monday night from Shawnee. We'll be back at the Statesman Athletic Complex against Lewis and Clark next Wednesday. See you then.